to find our courage, time to be deployed. Make our only stand here, make our roads complete. All we waited for now, past and future meet. Get your weapons ready, kiss loved ones goodbye. Now our time is coming, and it is not the time to cry. Fight the war. Fight the war. Fight the war. Oh, here's why we're fighting. It's about the fight. Let the writers writing settle wrong from right. In the time of conflict, when the bullets fly, in the space of seconds, a life you cannot buy. Face the facts before you, face the simple truth. We're hopelessly outnumbered, it's tragic but it's true. Make your last formation, take the final road. Now it's time for endings, now it's time to go. Fight the war. Oh, fight the war. Fight the war. Souls in the rooms, or rubble in the streets, corpses near the buildings, all is light and heat. Time to take a stand, boys, time to make a choice. Time to find our courage, time to be deployed. Make our only stand here, make our roads complete. All we waited for now, past and future meet. Get your weapons ready, kiss the ones goodbye. Now our time is coming, and it is not the time to cry. Fight the war. Oh, fight the war. Fight the war.
Yeah, 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 yeah. That's what I'm talking about. I'm fighting the war because it's a Tuesday day. Oh, yeah. What's going on, everybody? Hello, Arvanauts. Welcome to a Tuesday afternoon stream. It is October 3rd, 2017. It is 12:24. I feel like I'm in the... It's 12:25 p.m. in the a.m., and you're watching Perspectives. What's going on, everybody? I hope everyone's doing well and is looking forward to a fun stream today. I'm sorry that we're getting started a little bit late. We were actually ready to go, and then I had a situation with my child that we had to resolve. He's fine, but he was a little tired boy, so he was crying, and we had to... I had to give my wife some assistance, but we are all good now, and we are ready to get started with the power of Star Strider, as we hopefully will have the epic conclusion of this book today. Before we get to that, though, just a quick reminder about ways to support the stream. Please make sure to tweet out the stream if you haven't already done so with !CTT. Please make sure to let everybody know about it. Please check out the Steam group with !Steam group, YouTube with !ArvTube, and of course the Discord with !Discord, and last but certainly not least, the Patreon with !Arvtreon, ARVTREON. Good things for you, good things for the channel, good things for everybody if you're able to do this. So that would be appreciated. And yeah, Twitch is being twitchy lately. I noticed that like notifications have been weird and all that kind of stuff. So we, hopefully there'll be people that will gather over time. But I'm not sure how much these notifications even went out today. So anyway, we will do the best that we can. Quick note that I want to make about the schedule as well before we get underway is I have done the tentative schedule, which you can check out by typing in Point calendar. I am going to be doing this today, hopefully with the epic conclusion of this. Then I'll be over at 4 p.m. over at GOG doing the 50,000 follower celebration over there. My part of it will be to continue with our D&D campaign as we play D&D with GOG with Storm King's Thunder. That will be an awesome time. And then Friday and Saturday, my plan is to be playing some Lunar Silver Star Story, although if I have to wrap up Star Strider on one of those days, I will do that and then continue with Lunar. I'm almost done with Lunar also, so we're closing in on that. Then we have a lot of stuff planned for you the rest of the month. We've got Adventures in Middle-earth a couple of times. We've got more Pen and Pixels with over at GOG with Star Trek Judgment Rights as that continues. We have got on this channel, we've got the Arvocalis coming up on hopefully Saturday the 14th. We've got D&D with the Infinity Beyond crew on the 21st and the 28th. We have D&D with viewers coming up this month, and that's going to be happening Friday the 20th if you wanted to play a one-shot session with me. We've got the premiere of The Last Guardian. That's going to start this month, which I'm really excited about. So that's going to be good times. And then more Lunar Silver Star Story if I haven't already finished it up. Actually, wait. Why do I still have Lunar on there? That is not accurate. It's not going to be Lunar. At that point, if it is the premiere... Oh, because I accidentally scrolled up a month. I'm like, why does it show Lunar? That's why. Because I need to make sure I don't move my mouse wheel. That's why, chat. I am a professional. Yes, The Last Guardian. And then, of course, we got the Patreon-fueled Chat Chosen Game of the Month as well. So we got a lot of stuff coming up for you guys. And I am excited for all of it. So definitely make sure to check that out. But now it is my great pleasure to introduce an extremely talented person who I am very happy to know and who is really great at what she does. And that, of course, is the inimitable TariToons. Hi, Tari. How are you?
Hello, everybody. How are you doing, Arf?
I am doing fine. How is life in the universe over there? You're on a holiday, I believe you said, right?
Yes, today is Day of German Union. Today we celebrate the the day Germany was reunited with West and East and stuff, you know.
So happy reunification day.
Yes, thank you. I mean, nobody celebrates it because people just don't care.
Right.
But yes.
Well, in America, we're involved right now in a long extended holiday of happy breaking apart day. So breaking apart year. So it's been a great holiday year. I'm just kidding. What's up, X5? Yes, it's time to conclude the epic adventures of the wonderful Satara Shadow Space. That is true. That is true. We need to complete Satara Shadow Space's tale. And by the way, I should quickly sort of summarize a little bit about what we're doing here for those of you who don't remember, since it was a month ago. So the basic premise of this is that the Gromulans have kidnapped the galactic president and hidden him somewhere on planet Earth. And you, Chad, are the top rogue tracer of the sector. Your job is to find the president and to get him out before the Gromulans are able to break his mental barriers and essentially get the defense codes, which would be really, really bad for society and for the universe at large. And so it's your job to do that. Now, for the most part, you've been able to manage this fairly well. You actually have gotten some information. You have learned that the Groms are in 4 cities linked by something called Silverhound. You've learned that high-level Groms use comm terms to link to the bases. You've learned that the president is in a high-security base station, which has a symbol of a circle with a horizontal line through it. And the reference is 169A. You've also learned the open code for the London base. You have 21 out of 24 stamina, 10 out of 10 skill, 6 out of 9 luck, 10 out of 10, I think, what is that? That must be fear that I'm looking at, I believe, because we've got the fear factor. This thing resets the words. It doesn't save the words I have up there. So yes, fear. And then this is the time factor. And you have 14 time left out of the 48 that you originally started with. So you're running low on time, but the good news is that you're also presumably closing in on the end of this book. Now, the one problem for you is that you, in the midst of trying to discover this, ended up being knocked out by this group of people that you had tried to gather some information from. You ended up being knocked out, and that was kind of an unfortunate moment. And so you've now got to make your way out of that. So it's kind of a good news, bad news. The good news is that you're making progress. The bad news is that you're waking up after being knocked out. And so that is essentially it. Terry, do you want to show some of the previous drawings maybe before we continue with the one you're working on?
Yes, I can do that.
So we can take a look and see what we have. That is our protagonist right there. Yes. That is Satara Shadowspace.
Our heroine. that was just a warm-up drawing from last time. I do these beforehand.
Mm-hmm.
Then I drew our good friend, the robot janitor. What did we call him again? I forgot.
Oh,
It was
God.
some ingenious pun.
It was like, no, I don't remember. I want to say like, I'm looking at X5 and I'm thinking X5 and it's obviously not X5. So now I don't actually remember. I do not remember. Darn it.
Oh, maybe Chet remembers.
Yeah, Chat. Do you remember what we called this guy? I feel like he had an awesome like Sweeper 5 or something. Like I don't remember what we called him. Does anyone remember? Janitor? Jan One Tour? Is that what we actually called him? That's pretty funny too.
I don't think it was, but I'll take it.
Yeah, we'll take it. That's reasonable. If anyone remembers what it actually is, we'll find out. Okay, so that was him. That was our boy.
And then the last drawing was the fight against the robot bull.
Oh, the robot
in the
bull.
gladiator arena.
Yeah. The robot bull. And then was that was so we only had the 3 that we had done of that set. That's right. Okay.
Yeah, this one took a bit longer.
Yeah. Well, this was awesome one. I mean, this was really slick. So, cool. All right. Well, as we get started here, we are, and I know you had one that you were working on at the moment. So who's this? Is this our guy janitor? Plus.
No, this is just 2 random office robots. I just as a warm up.
Okay.
Because I'm not used to drawing robots, and I think I have to draw these a lot here. So.
Well, it's world building, right? Like obviously, there's going to be lots of these robots in this world, so I think it's world building. That's all. It's sort of constructing it all. So, all right, here we go, folks. Actually, it is still dark in my office, so hold on. I'm going to turn on my light. That's like this. There we go. Haha. All right, there we go. I also felt embarrassed that last week when we had the 51st anniversary of Star Trek that I was not wearing my shirt. So I'm wearing my Star Trek shirt today, even though it's late. So happy belated to one of the most important science fiction series ever and one of the most personally influential on my own life. With that said, now let's move on into Star Strider. So you wake up, chat, with a very sore head and look around. You are in a set of crumbling underground catacombs. There is a strong, damp smell. You walk along a corridor which goes from one chamber to another. Each chamber has a dome-like ceiling. You then look down at your feet and notice water seeping in from the direction you are walking in. Soon it is up to your knees. You see a light in the distance. Could it be a way out? Deduct 2 time units. All right. Let's take a look at this timeout. The water has completely filled the corridor. You must swim underwater from chamber to chamber. Throw 2 dice and add up the result. This is the distance you must swim to get to the next chamber. So let's do that. So what we need a volunteer for the official dice roller. Now, in the past, this has been sometimes Lego Freak, sometimes Kilobyte. They may come in and join and sort of pick up the pace on that later on. I don't remember if X5 did this before or somebody else, but is someone willing to volunteer to be the official dice roller for chat? Can I get an official dice roller? You could attempt? Oh, Chaotix did this. That's right. Chaotix did this before. So either one of you could do it. I don't care. Do you want to? I guess we'll stick with Chaotix because he's done it before. But thank you, X5, and maybe we'll have you do it the next time. I'm only thinking about it for continuity's sake, since Chaotix did it before. I had forgotten that Chaotix had done this. Why would I have forgotten that? I remember Chaotix doing that now. I think the reason is because I don't have my mojo going because I don't have the awesome music on yet. So I'm going to pop up some music. Let's see. What are we going to do for this? Let's see. What is a good one today? Let's do that. All right, we are going to do Master of Orion, Conquer the Stars soundtrack. There we go. Let me know if that's too loud, guys. Okay, that sounds good. So let me know if that's okay. Is that too loud, or is it okay? What do you guys think? Too loud? Okay. What do you guys think? Good, bad, indifferent? Sounds okay. What's up, Nonstop? Okay, let us do it up then. All right, we're good to go there. It's fine. It actually sounded very Star Trek-y to me. I'm digging it. Okay, let's make it happen. All right, so the way this is going to work is, first of all, Chaotix, you need to throw... Actually, I think what I'll do is this. I will roll the dice to see the distance you must swim. So you must swim... Oh, a 10. Okay, so that is the distance you have to swim to get to the next chamber. So now what you're going to do is you're going to throw one die. You're going to roll one 6-sided die, Chaotix, and we're going to add the number to the stamina score. This is our ability to swim the distance. So I would say that you're in pretty good shape. No, just one die this time. Just one 6-sided die, not two. Yeah, that's fine. Most of the time you'll be right. So just roll the one die. 6, okay, good. So 27, so you're able to make that easily. Okay, so you make it to the first chamber. Now you have to repeat the procedure 3 times. So we did that once. Now the second time, you have a 7 to get over the next chamber. So do that again, Chaotix. This is kind of silly. You have so much stamina that the chances are pretty good that you're good to go. Alright, go ahead and roll the 6-sided die again there. As I wait for the power of the delay. Again, 6. 27. Okay, so you make that with no trouble. And then the last one is 5. So you... Clearly they were assuming you were going to be hurt by the time you got here. We were not hurt. So Satara is like, you kidding me? I swim flooded chambers for breakfast, son. I know you're wasting all your high rolls. I know it. I know it. You got to save on to those. So go ahead and make your last roll, even though you will... automatically guaranteed. Yeah, so 25. So you make it with plenty of time to spare. So you swim into the river, find a way out, and climb up soaking wet. Now, here's the good news. Add 2 luck points. And that was something where we were a little low on that luck, so getting up to 8 is good stuff. Looking around, you find that the Silverhound terminal is directly opposite. You check with your chronograph and rush towards it just in time to see the bus take off. You have missed it. You look desperately around for a craft, but there is only one zip car in the craft park, and it has someone sitting inside. Will you approach the zip car owner, or will you go back into the city to look for transport? So this is our first poll of the day, folks. What should we do? Do we approach the zip car owner? Or go into the city to look for the transport? There we go. So what do we do, guys? Go ahead and vote by using $vote and then space and then which one you want to do. Whether it is approach. It's actually not exclamation point. That's for Arcanusbot. That's for Arcanusbot. For ArvBot, it's $. There you go. Lovely. Alright, we got some people approaching the zip car owner, which seems rational. Okay. So far, so good. Do we have anyone voting on this? Anyone else voting on whether or not to approach the zip car owner or whether to go into the city to look for transport instead? Anybody else? Should I last call this? Whoops, I hit the wrong one. That's what I was supposed to do. That's what I meant to do. Arcanusbot is also giving the last call for no reason. Arcanusbot just wanted to get in on the action because you guys voted using Arcanusbot first, so Arcanusbot is like, I will speak to this subject. Alright. No one else? Is that all we got? Going once. Going twice. Alright, so we are going to approach the zip car owner. Alright. We're going to approach the zip car owner. The owner is a rough-looking type. You look in and see that the zip car has several extra cannons fitted. You ask him if he's headed north and if he's willing to give you a lift. He looks you up and down and agrees. You get into the back and he takes off. He stays at cruising speed, and ahead you can see the Silverhound in the distance. Remember, the Silverhound is, like Greyhound. Silverhound is the bus that links these, that links the cities together. He stays at cruising speed, and ahead you can see the Silverhound in the distance. He asks you your business. Do you tell the truth, or do you tell him that you're a traitor? Not traitor, but a trader. Very important to note the difference here.
Can we like do a thing where we like tell them the truth super bluntly, but it's like so unbelievable because we are on our way to save the president?
And then he's just like,
Who would
ha,
even
funny
believe
guy.
us?
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, exactly. Well, we're actually secret bounty hunters from beyond the galaxy. Oh, good joke. Yeah, that's what we should totally do. So, tell the truth. Or that we're a traitor. What should we tell him? Okay, what's it going to be, guys? Tell the truth or tell him we're a traitor? What are we going to do? Go ahead and get your votes in now. $ vote space tell the truth, 1, or space 2, tell him we're a traitor. What are we going to do to tell this dude who we're driving in the back of the car with? X5 is like, don't tell us anything like that. All right, we have a tie. My Sitar is not someone who trusts people easily. We got 1 vote for tell the truth, 1 vote for tell him we're a traitor. Alright, who is going to break this tie, guys? Someone has got to break this tie and let us know what the deal is. What we're actually going to do. Oh, we're tied again. What's up, One Batman? We're tied again. The tie was broken, but only temporarily. 2-2. All right, yeah, this is a tough call. Nobody knows whether or not to go with this or not.
Do I have to intervene?
You could certainly get in a vote if you like. We were at 1-1, then we tied up at 2-2. So we're currently at 2-2. Chad has some disagreement about the subject. My Satara is just overconfident. Well, the Satara I know. Okay, so we have tell the truth. So I'm going to last call this. Yes, X5. I'm pretty sure that Chaotix was here when we named the character based upon your suggestion. But now, you know, let's be fair, X5. Your naming the character does not give you full control. If that were true, parents would have complete control over what their children do for the rest of their lives, and I'm here to tell you, that is not the case. If only. Okay. So we are going to tell the truth. Okay, so we're going to tell the truth. He says, "I thought so," and gas starts to seep into your section of the cockpit. Through a smoky haze, you realize that he is attacking the Silverhound bus with a group of other craft. Dun dun dun. Okay. Deduct.
Can I take my vote back?
Yeah, I know. I don't want to do the other. Nope. Nope. This is what happens. Okay. Deduct 2 time units. You come to and find yourself chained up in a warehouse full of crates marked escargot. Suddenly, someone kicks you from behind. It is a bandit. He explains that he has sold tickets to all the rogues of Paris who want to see a tracer fight. You look around and there is quite a crowd up on the crates placing bets and shouting at one another. He frees you and throws you a pair of spiked steel gloves. You get up and see that your opponent is a typical native of Gigantus 8. He is 1.5 times your height, muscle-bound and fearless, the nearest thing to a non-fabricated ultimate warrior. The Gigantian is also wearing spiked gloves. As he rumbles towards you, you catch sight of a window by the crates, but it looks as if the escape route would be anything but easy. Will you try to break out or stay and fight? It was actually the original theme that I was thinking, and it reminded me a little bit of Voyager. You know, ba 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 ba. That was what it was reminding me of. Okay. So what's it going to be? Try to break out or stay and fight? So here you're in the middle of this arena, and they're all like, "Noxum cow, Noxum cow, Noxum cow." You know. 2 men enter, 1 man leaves, 2 men enter. I guess in this case it'd be 1 man, 1 alien enter. 1 man, well actually 1 woman, not even. 1 female, 1 alien enter. 1 woman obviously leaves, because that's the way this works. Somehow doesn't roll off the tongue as much as 2 men enter, 2 men leave. 2 men enter, 1 woman leaves. Yeah, exactly. 1 woman is victorious. Exactly. Oh, I would not listen. I mean, Satara has already proven I would not bet against her. Clearly would not. Okay, so again, the question is, are we trying to break out of this fighting ring, or are we going to stay and fight against this thing? Let me know, chat. All right. Stay in a fight. Looks like we're going there. I'm going to, all right. I'm going to last call this. Okay, last chance to get in. Last chance to get in and see if you want to get into this fight or get the hell out. All right, and I will close the poll. I will close the poll, and it looks like we are going to stay and fight. All right, then. Okay. You get up and try to clear your head while you slip on the gloves. So, I love these names. The Gigantian, who has a skill of 10 and a stamina of 12. So, we have some definite advantages here. All right, Chaotix. Can we get fight music? Yeah, that's a good call. We need, we definitely need fight music. Let's see. How about, let's see how this works. That's what I'm talking about. Haha. You ask and I deliver, Chaotix. Okay, let's do it up. So, Chaotix, the way this is going to work is you're going to roll 2 dice. 1 plus 5 equals 6. 6 plus your skill is 16. What's up, Hold Your Fire? How you doing, man? Okay, here we go. 16. I'm going to roll and add to the skill of the Gigantian. That is an 18. Unfortunately, he hits you. Kablam. Awesome. Welcome in, man. Welcome in, everybody, by the way. Good to see that now we're starting to get the numbers propagating. The word has gone forth. 7. Okay, so a 7. He needs a 7 to tie and 8 to beat. He gets a 7. Sting! You manage to ward him off. He staggers backwards, but no damage is done. No harm, no foul. He gets a 6. All right, you hit him this time. All right, down to 10 stamina. All right, so he's down to 10 stamina. Walks, kind of sidesteps around you warily as you're waiting for your next moment. Oh no, a 2! Cool. He slams you in the face. In the face! Hey, what's up, big boss? How you doing, man? That's alright, that's alright. Satara will pick herself up. Yep, Terry bringing it every time. That's right, big boss. Every time. Alright, Chaotix, let's keep going. Let's get that next roll in here. One plus 5 equals 6. Satara is kind of a slow start today. Sting! Again, no harm, no foul. He ties with the 6. All I can do right now is facepalm. What's up, Hilness? Is there a particular reason you're facepalming in this case? 9. There we go. That's what I'm talking. Oh, he gets an 11! Oh, wow. The Gigantian is not messing around. Ah, yes, that link, which is to the clip of talking up her skills, I believe is what that's for. Six. Okay, you hit him that time. All right, he's down to 8 stamina. Oh, God. What did he say this time, Hilness? Do I want to know? Tell me quickly, and then they'll tell me quickly, and then the rest of it we should keep on the Cov Thief channel on Discord, because I want to make sure that I don't get sidetracked on it today. But man, what did he say though? 10 to a 4. You hit him twice. 2 blows. You like Spike Glove him in the face. It's exactly like what happens in Bloodsport. You know, where he like puts the gloves in like some kind of thick treacle type substance, then puts them in like broken glass. Okay, we got an 8. A 7. Down goes 2 more points. All right. Gigantian is sort of staggering around a little bit now, having a hard time staying focused. Oh, they said he said real catastrophe? Wow. Wow, did he really? Okay, 2 plus 2 is 4. 4! He rolls the exact same number, so again, sting. Wow. Wow. Unbelievable.
So, warm-up is done. Any specific requests of what scene I should...
Yeah, great, Helmus. What's up, Div? Let's see. As far as specific requests, unless you want to do this fight that we're having, then I would say hold on, like maybe wait for an entry or two before we get a cooler picture idea. Although that's assuming we survive it with a 3.
What was that thing about diving through tunnels earlier? What were we diving through?
There were these flooded. We were knocked out and we woke up and then we were trying to get out. I think we were below the surface in maybe like a sewer, and there were these chambers that were flooded with water, and we had to swim through 3 separate chambers before we could get out. That might be interesting.
Yeah, I'll see if I can do something about that.
That's pretty cool. Yeah, thanks, Hilness. I'm going to take a look at that later. God, what a complete clown. 7. Oh, it gets an 8. Oh, man, this fight is tough. This fight is no joke. This is the true Dark Souls of fighting fantasy. Now the true Dark Souls begins. 6. Oh, man. Down to 9 stamina. Oh, no. It's not looking good.
Uh-oh, my program froze. What did it? No, it didn't. Right. I had a mild heart attack right here.
I just saw a blank, so I assumed that it was...
Yeah.
Sorry, Chaotix. Keep at it. I'll take responsibility for the 1-11 roll. There's a 10. Last time he did that, I got a 12, but not this time. Okay. So now Gigantian is down to 2 points. He is like right on the edge of death. He's just kind of staggering around, blood pouring from his face, his torso. Nine. Down goes Frazier. All right. You strike him solidly, and Gigantian hits the ground. The others drag the insensible Gigantian away and chain you up. You watch them go out and look for your equipment. Your chronograph and catchman are on a chair close by. From what you've heard, you know that you were in Paris, and that if you could send out a code match signal, a planted android might pick it up. You stretch out your foot, trying to hook the chair and pull it towards you. Roll 2 dice and add up the total. This is the distance you'll have to stretch, so I'll do that. You're going to have to stretch 4. Okay. Roll 1 die and add the number to your stamina score. This is the limit of your stretch. So you're going to need to roll 1 die, and the target number that you're looking at is... You're not going to be able to fail at Chaotix, but go ahead and make the roll anyway. If the distance is greater than the stretch, you are stuck and have failed your mission. However, you have a 14, which is way more than the 4, and so you are in good shape. All right. You pull the chair towards you with your feet until you can reach the chronograph. There are 2 possible settings. One sends a beam a short distance but in all directions. The other sends one long, thin beam in one direction only. Are you going to send a beam a short distance but in all directions, or a long, thin beam in one direction only? Yeah, exactly, X5. Alright. And the poll is now open. So, send a beam short distance all directions, or send a long thin beam in one direction only. And remember, this is trying to gather basically a rescue, is what we're talking about. So, that's the idea. Oh man, on this page they have the yellow room. This is where they had that maze, like the yellow, green, red, all the different levels that we pretty much like completely destroyed. We like did not have any trouble with that as a puzzle. All right, guys, what's it going to be? Everybody in chat, get your votes in now. Are we going to send this beam, basically this distress call, from where we are tied up? We're in Paris, and are we sending a beam short distance but all directions? Or are we sending a long, thin beam but in only one direction? Once again, we have a tie. Quickly broken, though. All right, short distance, all directions, what we're looking at right now. I like how with the drawing like this, Terry, it looks either like she could be swimming, or that she's doing like, essentially like, you know, parachute jumping. You know, just trying to, doing the infiltration from the sky.
Yeah, kind of. Well, I mean, it's like, the idea is that she like dived down and is just now looking forward.
Yeah, no, I see it. No, I can see either one. I was just thinking about it.
Yeah, but yeah, it works either way.
No, these are not laser beams. These are message beams. These are trying to reach someone so that they can come and rescue them. These are not laser beams. And I am indeed using Mass Effect music. This is Mass Effect 2 combat music. Oh, which reminds me, actually. I forgot about that. I should cut back to... that was my combat music, so hold on. Let me get out of that combat music. There we go. That's my regular music. Well, supposedly, Div, there aren't that many people that can actually pick up on it, theoretically. Change vote is all one word, X5. Change vote's all one word. There you go. Perfect. All right, we're going to last call this up. Going to last call it up. All right. Poll is closed. All right, so we're going to send one beam a short distance, but in all directions. Yeah, I think that's probably true. Okay, there is a crash to the left, and you see this. Now, this one, as Terry's continued to work on that, I'm going to pop up we have an internal image for this. Thank you very much for the follow, ArthurGO2. Welcome to the Argonauts. All right. So this is what you guys see. There is a crash to the left, and then a jump to the right. Sorry, I couldn't resist.
I was trying not to sing it, and then you do it.
Let's do the Strider again. Okay. And there's that. Okay. So there's a crash to the left. You twist round and see the woman you came across in Roma. She clutches a catchman and has already trussed up the rogue guard. She rushes towards you and releases you without a word. On the way out of the building, you pass another rogue enveloped in plastinet. You follow her past a big industrial transport marked escargot, and she takes you to a small bar where she buys you a caffeine stimulant. If you have not talked to her before, she introduces herself as Arana, another rogue tracer. She is working for the Groms looking for some missing firmware. She tells you that she's followed some fugitives from Roma and that she intercepted your signal as she was passing the warehouse. She asks to rush off but directs you towards 2 Grom base stations, one to the north and one to the south. So we're going to give ourselves a save point here. So we're going either to the north or the south, this base to the north or the base to the south. And remember, what we're trying to do is we're trying to get to London so that we can actually get to where the president's being held, because he's being held at a base in London. So, base to the north or base to the south. Oops. It's a tarp. She's fine. Nothing bad happened, right? It was all good. We even got a right. We even got a coffee. Exactly. We got released, and she bought us a coffee. And we got that epic drawing where she breaks in with the light pouring in from behind her. Darn it, with intent. All right, we got a tie. One vote for base to the north, one vote for base to the south. Let's get some others in here. Okay, X5 has jumped in for the north. Okay. What do we got here? We're going to last call this. Going to the north or going to the south. You're from the north. Well, right. So since you're from the north, obviously that's going to be your call. That's going to be your choice. I can understand that, X5. So you're choosing the Nordic perspective, right? This is the Nordic vote, is what you're telling me. Okay. Base to the north it is. So we are going to go to the north. Let's do it. All right. You head north along several twisting roads. You begin to lose your sense of direction when someone calls you. There is an open gate to your left. Deduct 2 time units. Do you go in or do you carry on? So there's an open gate to the left. Someone just called you. Will you? Or carry on? It voted for vote number 1. Yes, with intent. That was clear. Your intent with intent was clear. All right, so what's it going to be, guys? Are we going to go in following the voice? So someone called you. Are we going to follow them? Or are you going to carry on ahead? we got that. We got that tie that with intent desires. So go in following the voice. So a voice has called you. Oh, you did actually want the voice. Okay, good, good. All right, as long as so then you're choosing it for good reasons. I can appreciate that. Okay. All right, we're tied up at 2-2, people. We need someone to break this tie. We need someone to break this tie or change this vote. What's it going to be, folks? We need someone to break this tie or change this vote if we can. Well, and even if we can't. With intent actually wanted to be able to follow the voice that called to you. Do the rest of you agree? Will you also jump in and follow the voice? All right, Nonstop has said that he will. In that case, I'm going to last call it. I always want to wait to last call until I get, you know, a vote one way or the other. I don't like last calling on a tie because, you know, although sometimes I'll do that just to sort of, you know, be like, hey guys, we got to get this vote done. Only way I change is for toast. Unsolvable. I think that's what it is, right? Isn't it unsolvable? Yep. I don't remember why that was unsolvable. I don't remember why we made that command, like why that command is tied into that. I'm just glad I remember the commands on my own channel enough. Okay, so we're going to go in following the voice. All right, let's see what happens. This is actually like the voice. So you see Miley Cyrus, Jennifer Hudson are in there. Adam, what's his face? Blake, other guy, what's his face? Okay. So... I think I lost my place. That's okay though. 356. You go in. Yes, there we go. Got it. Okay. You look around. You were in the... Oh, thank you. Thank you, thank you. Quite right. There we go. You look around. In the distance, 2 guard androids are walking along a wide avenue. Oh, that's wrong entry. You look around. You're in the grounds of a well-kept house. You walk through the gardens and then hear someone calling. It turns out to be a Grom who has come out of the house. He tells you that he's glad you have come since the acidity regulator is faulty, so the Illuzoscope will not work and the androids are incapacitated. He takes you past several immobile androids to his comm term and looks at you expectantly. You cannot resist the opportunity, so you grab him and threaten him into consulting Grom's security with details about the president. The blood drains from his thin face as he quickly fumbles with the keys. Then he collapses in a dead faint. Deduct 2 time units. The Grom has top-level security rating. You ask where the galactic president is being kept. You get Q867 RTA8 20KK, but you also get more than that. You also get Q867 RT88 20KK, and then you also get 169A and 824B. The first 3 sets you know as standard Earth codes for the London area. The last 2 sets you note down, or note down again in confirmation. Now we have one more confirmation with that 169A because we found that elsewhere. We found this also as being 169A as well. You rush outside straight into a Grompol android escorting the real Power Tech. Before it can pull out a stun gun, you are onto it. Alright, so we've got a fight on our hands. The Grompol escort. Skill is 1 lower. Problem is our stamina is not in great shape. Okay. Time for a fight. Let's see if I can get... I'm going to try to pull that thing up again. There we go. There we go. So now we got the fight music going on again. Alright, let's do this up, Chaotix. 1 plus 5 is 6. They roll a 7, but this time they're actually lower than you, so just sting! No harm, no foul. So no one gets hurt in this case. Yeah, exactly, TNS. Good intel is valuable, although yes, a droid army would be nice. Okay, 2 plus 4 is 6. 7, same deal. Sting! Twice, you guys impact and then bounce off. Alright, what's up next? Ooh, and guess what, Chaotix? 6 plus 6. I was just thinking about that. 6 plus 6. Here's the good news about that. If you ever roll double 6s while fighting an android, you have found the weak spot and deactivated it. Insta-kill. Wabam. It is instantaneously removed as a threat. Well done. Disabled. Wablam. Alright. That's what I'm talking about. As you make your way through the city, you check your chronograph and realize that you will need transport to London as soon as possible. You see a transport craft marked escargot and crates labeled with a circle and a horizontal line through it. Will you stow away on the transport or will you go back to the Silverhound terminal? Now, if you check your notes, I think you should know the answer for this, folks. There's a thing with a circle with a line through it. What's it going to be? Stow away on the transport or go back to the Silverhound terminal? If you take a look at your notes, you'll see. And the this transport has, again, transport is marked escargot, crates labeled with a circle and a horizontal line through it. Always stow away in the transport. Can you believe that Mass Effect 2 came out 7 years ago? That's crazy. 7 years old. Alright, we're going to last call this. Stow away on the transport. Last call, last call. Can't have an adventure if you never stow away in a transport. I agree. This is Mass Effect 2, yeah. It's technically Mass Effect 2, just the combat full soundtrack. True. That's true, Chaotix. It's possible. But it feels like that's maybe a little bit too nuanced for Fighting Fantasy. I mean, it's possible, but it feels like Fighting Fantasy doesn't, like, you know... It's a little more obvious in its clues than that, I think, usually, but... All right, we're going to close this poll. And we are... Okay, so we're going to stow away in the transport. The transport is of standard galactic General Rocket Motors design, and you are skilled in stowing away on these. The robo-loader ignores you as you slip between the plastic crates and raise the lid of the emergency humanoid operator's cab. You slip in, check the rations, and find a good selection. You set your alarm and fall asleep. Add 6 stamina points. Hell yeah, we needed that too. Rations, sleep, it's all good. The chronograph wakes you up just as the transport is landing. You get up and stroll through an open hatch. A robot ignores you as it unloads the crates. You look around but see nothing except a bleak wasteland. The only feature is a tunnel entrance into which the crates are being conveyed. There is a sign above the entrance, a circle with a horizontal line through it. You walk into the tunnel and to your left you see an old poster stuck on a brick wall. Add 4 luck points. Nice. Now we can study this poster carefully, and for this one we're going to have to pop this one up because this is important actually. So everyone get ready to put your thinking caps on here. There we go. Alright, so you can now see that. Study the poster carefully. Use any clues you have acquired in your travels. You are at the southernmost point of the tunnel system. Keep this page marked because you'll have to refer back to work out your relative position. Okay, so before we go on, let me actually expand this a bit so you can see it even more closely. Okay. So we are in the southernmost portion of it. So if you see where the circle with a line is and you go directly over, you'll see we're in the southernmost ones. There's that little T junction, and then there is, let's see, I don't know if there's not really a way that I can show that on stream, but there's a T, and then there's a, then it goes up to that first dot. That's basically the spot where we are all the way to the south. And we're trying to find the president, obviously, who's somewhere in this area. Now, the notes that we have... For this, I'm going to have to minimize this part. The notes that we have, we are talking about... We've got, let's see... Q867... This is actually that... Okay, so Q867 RTA 20KK, that's the London code. And then we've got 169A and 824B. So, does that help us? If you see 169A, 824B, does that help us figure out where we are? If you guys can see that, I actually think I can see it. Do you guys see where we need to go? You guys able to see that? Yes? No? Maybe so? Yeah, I will. What I'm gonna do is I am gonna zoom in again. But I'm gonna do it a little bit differently here. I'm gonna make one that actually goes over the top of the overlay. So give me 1 second here. Okay. So here we go. Here we are zooming in. I'm sorry that the numbers aren't as clear, but I think you can still make it out. Okay, now I'm zoomed in. If I can open this in Paint, maybe. Okay, let's see. All right. I don't know if you guys are able to see. Are you able to see this? You able to see the number there that we're looking at? Because I have a guess once you decide where it's going to be. Okay, see you, Hilness. I have a guess as to where we're going. You got no clue? Anyone have an idea? Notes again, yes. There we go. There are the notes. There are the notes. I think I have it. Okay, and then over to two, so 177. Yep, I think I found it. Did you guys find it? It's the node that has two westbound connections close to the center of the map. Let's see. Two westbound connections close to the center of the map. So this is the spot that I have. I'll show you what I came up with. And you guys can tell me. Okay, so I placed it here, and the reason is, you think it's the one just above mine? Okay, because what I have here, so this is 174. This right here, that's 174. So I just counted down from 174, 173, 172, 171, 170, 169, because it's 169A is one of our clues. And then the other axis has it as 8 something or other. What is it? 824B. So, and this down here is, this right here is 828. So 27, 26, 25, 24. So I go up this way on this column. And so let's see. So 174, 73, 72, 71, 70, 69. So this is the row, right? And then the column, 27, 26, 25, 24. And this is the column. So if you intersect those together, column and row, I end up with this. That's what I thought. So so the thing about it being the one above yours could also work, but I don't know whether they'd put it in a hub like that. Like, it seems to me that because see, I think like the one is below. Right, exactly. Yep, you got it. That's exactly what I was going to say. You just approach from the south. Yep, exactly. So as long as we, go from the south, we think about that kind of as we're going through, we should be fine. What's up, Zergy? How you doing, man? Yes, I totally agree with that assessment. Okay, so we're going to do that. We're going to get rid of this image for now so we can go back to Terry's awesome art. There we go. All right, good. So let's make it happen. Good to see you, Zergy. What's up, man? You walk into the tunnel until you come to a small chamber stacked with crates. The tunnel continues in a northwesterly direction. Okay, that fits. Beside the crates, you see a sophisticated speedboard with several attachments, including an old-fashioned neutron sword. Do you jump on and take it, or do you approach carefully to see if anyone is around? I should probably do a save point here, actually. Okay, so do you jump on? Where's my art box at? Oh, this is for one of my favorite music in Mass Effect 2. So do we jump on and take the speedboard? Or do that. Doing pretty well, Zergy. Or approach carefully to see if anyone is in it. So do you jump on and take the speedboard, or are you going to approach carefully to see if anyone is in it, or if anyone is around? Yeah, I really love this Funkmaster. It's always one of my favorites. All right, so what's it going to be, guys? All right, Chaotix is in with the approach carefully. Funkmaster Mike is like, take the speedboard, man. Forget carefulness. Throw caution in the wind, Dunzel says. What's up, Dunzel? All right, so we got 3 votes for approach carefully, 2 votes for jumping on and taking the speedboard. Style is more important than safety. Yes, especially when a speedboard is involved. Gonna last call this. We're gonna last call it here. You can't see the... Oh, sorry. Beg your pardon. I'm doing that just because I'm keeping this map up for longer and I didn't want to block the notes, so... Alright. God damn it, nonstop. I should have kept the choices hidden. It's not just about ties, guys. It's not just about ties. We need to defeat the ties. Okay. So we're going to approach it carefully. Let's see what happens. You approach carefully with your back to the crates. Suddenly, a strange, horned, dog-faced creature leaps out at you. Its coarse hands grip your throat, and fangs lodge in your shoulder. Now, this literally says, horned, dog-faced guard. So that's what we're fighting. We're fighting the horned, dog-faced guard.
Aren't the main alien evil dudes?
Oh, yeah,
like
yeah,
horned?
you're right. Yes,
Yeah.
that's right, that's right.
But it's not the same, right?
No, that's the same. That's got to be the same. How many horned dogs could there be? I think you're 100% right. And in fact, I think this is actually that section because it's on top of... I think that's maybe inside, like, the area where the base is. So, yes. We finally found our dog-faced guard bro. Okay. Alright, here we go. Let's make it happen, Chaotix. Let's take down this horned dog-faced guard. Alright, 2 plus 6 is an 8. He needs a 9 to tie, 10 to beat. He gets a 9. He ties you. Sting! Alright. Had a lot of fairly close combats this this session. A lot of close fights. 2 plus 4 is 6. 9. He hits you. All right, 7 gets a 10. Man, I'll take the hit on that. I apologize for rolling so well. All right, we got an 11 right. So still, he has not been hit yet. Dog-faced guard is outflanking you. He starts whistling. Who? Okay, you get a 6, and so that means that you actually hit him twice. Or rather hit him for 2 points of stamina. This, by the way, is not an android, so double 6s, while they will be very helpful in combat, will not automatically disable this thing. Unless, like, a double 6 is like Undertale, and all of a sudden you're petting a lesser dog. In which case, maybe. 7, he gets a 9. Man, my rolls. I apologize again for my rolling. Apologize unreservedly. Sorry, Chaotix. But now we got this awesome music. This should help you. Alright, here we go. Among the best music in the game. Here we go. Alright, 2 plus 5 is 7. We got another 7. That time you hit him. So you just needed the right music. Among my favorite music in any game is this section right here. Alright, 2 plus 5 is 7. Alright, good job. So, well done. Let's roll again. You hit him again once you have the right music. You just need to put your headphones on. Once you put your headphones on. Counting up. And he gets a 6. Yep. Alright, he's down to 2. A lot of blood. You know. The whole song stood of parts. Well, I wanted to get the fight part, though. I wanted to get the more epic part that was towards the middle. No, it's Mass Effect. No, this is the suicide mission. This is ME2. 12! The music is working. I told you. It's all about the soundtrack, man. Down he goes. All right. Good work, Chaotix. That was a good comeback right there. That's what I'm talking about. Okay. You jump on the speedboard and coast along the tunnel in a northwesterly and then northerly direction. Which, if you guys look on the thing, you'll see that it goes like... Oh, it's my favorite part. Human, you have attracted the attention of those infinitely or greater. Oh, man. Okay. And then northerly direction. So it basically goes... It went like this and then up to here. So we are now here. Right? I believe, if I'm getting that right. Alright. Let's see. You notice alarm lights flashing as you travel along. In front of you, 2 heavy metal doors are slowly sliding shut. You think that you might just make it. Test your luck. Alright, you gotta test your luck, Chaotix. That means we need a 9 or less. We need a 9 or less on 2 dice. If you're unlucky, bad things happen. If you're lucky, we'll get past. So we need a 9 or less. This is the part where Joker is like taking the N7 out. Oh! Oh! You are crushed between the doors. It was a suicide mission. We just didn't realize it. A second. Sitaro Shadow Space, you were near and dear to our hearts. You had a kick-ass look, a kick-ass aesthetic, and kick-ass qualities. But despite all of it, you couldn't escape the closing doors of doom. And in this life, we'll strive to struggle on, seeing whether we can make it one day after the next. Can we survive somehow in a world without Sitaro Shadow Space, whose body takes up much less space now than before the doors crushed her? We wish you Godspeed, Sitara. At least you'll be thin enough to get through the gates of heaven. And with that said, we wish you the best of luck in your next journey. We wish you thank you, Godspeed, and adieu. No. He's on the speedboard. He got on the speedboard. So yeah. So unfortunately, that did not work out the way we hoped. All right, so we have our first death. Deaths equals 1. I feel devastated. Oh, man. It's the Ashley Williams and Lana Kane of space. Yes. Okay. So here we go, guys. So we're going back to 208. And 208 is not that far back, actually. 208 is right in the spot down here. That's where we're starting from again. So we are now in that spot down below. Meanwhile, Terry's swimming picture is coming out real well. Wow, check that out. Super cool. And this music almost seems like she's swimming. Alright. Good stuff. So, here we go, guys. So, I'm not going to go through the chronograph and all that stuff again, because you already know about that. You walk into the tunnel until you come to a small chamber stacked with crates. The tunnel continues in a northwesterly direction. Beside the crates, you see a sophisticated speedboard with several attachments, including an old-fashioned neutron sword. Do you jump on and take it, or approach carefully to see if anyone is around? So basically the exact same thing that you saw up here before. Yes, and I'm going to do that, Chaotix. Yep. I am going to do that. Okay, here we go. All right, so we're at 15. So, what should we do? This is jump on and take the speedboard, approach slowly. Now, what we did last time was we approached slowly, the guard showed up, we fought and beat the guard, and then the very next thing when we were going up north was that we had the whole thing with the closing doors business. So, yeah. That's what we did last time. So you can either jump on and take the speedboard and do something different this time. You can do the same thing and beat the guard and just this time be lucky when you're trying to go through the doors. So that's basically where we're at. So you're going to jump on and take the speedboard or approach carefully. All right, looks like we got people wanting to take on the hello, Delswip. People wanting to jump on and take the speedboard. I will reveal the picture again when we're done with this vote, or I'm going to last call this. If anyone else wants to jump on board the vote and jump on and take the speedboard, now is the time to do it. Let's make it happen. Let's make it rain. All right, looks like people are moving towards wanting to take that damn speedboard. The hell with the horn dog guard thing. Person. Creature. Hey, Conrad. All right, I think this. Listen to the voice of experience. Exactly. Okay. Sounds good. So I'm going to close that poll. You are going to jump on and take it. You leap onto the board, touch a few pressure pads, and glide off almost silently. As you speed away, a horned creature bursts out from behind the crates and shrieks at you. The board is light and easy to control. All right, now stop me if you've heard of this, guys. You notice alarm lights flashing as you travel along. In front of you, 2 heavy metal doors are slowly sliding shut. You think that you might just make it. Test your luck. All right, Chaotix. You know the drill.
Wait. Did we get one of those rocket-propelled surfboards now, or what?
Yes, we're on a speedboard.
Nice.
And we also have a neutron sword.
I'm gonna drop that one next.
Yep, and we got a neutron sword. So there is the drawing. That's really awesome. Sorry, it looks really good.
Thank you.
Indiana Jones. Heavy metal door thresh. All right, no pressure, Chaotix. No pressure. 6. Ah, yeah, there's that luck. All right. So, okay. Deduct 2 time units. Oh man, we are running close on time. All right, guys. So now we have made it. So you are now in a chamber, by my calculation, with a blocked exit south, and we have exits west or north. So right now we are up here. I guess like right where I've got my pencil, basically. So we can either go west, which would be over here, or we could go north. And if Chaotix and I are right, we're aiming to be either here or here. So we're trying to get over this way, and obviously time is of the essence. So we can either go west or we can go north. So I'm not even going to put up a poll for this. Do you guys want to go west this way or north this way? And you guys can see the way everything's laid out. North takes less time. Yeah, I'm guessing you. I think you're right, Conrad. That'll be my guess. North, north. Everyone agree with north? Because my guess is that that does make sense. Because this way, I don't know. Dunk, 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 dunk. Who knows? This one, it seems like the quicker route. Watch famous last words. It'll bring us into a pit of lava, right? Okay. All right. North it is, unless there's an objection. Okay. So here we go, north. Okay. Now we have to test our luck. You have to test your luck again, Chaotix. You gotta test that luck a second time. Oh, there's the bubbles to reflect the water. Nice, nice, nice. Okay, lucky again. All right, and you'll never know what would have happened if you had been unlucky. Alrighty, so we got down to 7 luck here. For those of you who don't know, whenever you test your luck, whether you're lucky or unlucky, you lose a point of luck to sort of follow along with the theory that, you know, eventually the law of averages makes it more difficult. Okay, so, all right. 2, 3, so we are lucky. Good, wonderful. Okay, so you are now in a chamber, and if I'm right, I believe we are right here now, if our map is correct. So we're now right here. So you were in a chamber where there are blocked entrances, exits to the north, and blocked exits to the southeast, which is interesting, which is down this way. So we can't go down to the right. So we could go northeast, which is up this way. We could go east, which is this way. We could go southwest, which is the way we just came from, or we could go west, which is obviously taking us farther away. So it seems to me, in all likelihood, you guys can tell me what you want, but again, I'm not going to put up a poll for this. We can go northeast this way, or we can go east this way. And again, we're trying to get up to this one of these 2 rooms. So either directly east or northeast, and we're trying to get to one of these. Either this one or this one is what we're trying to get to. So you guys want to go directly east? Now, am I missing something? Because don't you want... Shouldn't we be trying to go northeast because 1, 2, 3 as opposed to 1, 2, 3, 4? Am I missing something or not? Because it feels like this is 1, 2, 3, like fewer stops, right? Or am I wrong? Because we wanted to try to get this one as the first choice. That's Chaotix guess, I think, or actually that was not even either of our guesses. And then we were going to go north from here. Am I wrong about that? I'm just curious. I have not seen it myself, so I have no idea which is the right way. I'm just curious. I'm thinking along with you guys. Wow. Tron's getting better and better. Right, your guess is above mine. Right. But my point is, so if anything, we'd want to go farther north first, wouldn't we? Wouldn't we want to go northeast up here, and then go east, and then go up? You know what I'm saying? Like, doesn't that make sense? 1, 2, 3, 4, and then this is my guess, and your guess is here? As opposed to going straight east? I'm just curious if I'm misunderstanding. Go with my gut feeling, stick to east. Okay. All right, so you're going to stick to east. Conrad, are you sticking with east? Anyone else want to weigh in? East, northeast? East versus northeast? Okay. So we've got 2 votes for east. Anybody else? If not, we will do east. Going once. Going twice. Okay, east it is. Okay, so now, if our map is correct, this puts us right here. So we're now here. Okay? You were in a chamber with a blocked exit southeast, and exits, which is down here, is blocked. So you can go either east, which is this way, west, which is where we just came from, or northwest. So we could, northwest would go like this. So either, basically we're choosing between, because we're not going to go back to where we just came from. So we're either going east, which is this way, or we're going northwest, which is this way. So you want to keep going east or northwest? Break it down. Oh yeah. Sour please. Okay, east, east. Okay, again, 2 votes for east. Anyone else want to weigh in, or are you guys good with east? My guess is that when people don't weigh in on a particular vote, it's because they're good with it. So it sounds like people are good with continuing to go east. But let me know now. Forever hold your peace. For the record, I think east probably is right also. Okay, so we're going to go east then. All right. Okay. All right, deduct. Oh, man. Deduct 2 time units. Almost out of time. All right. All right, deduct 2 time units. All right, so we are now here. If our map is right, we're now here. So, you were in a chamber with a blocked tunnel south. We can't go south. Exits west, that's where we just came from. So same deal, basically east or north. So we can either go up this way is north, or this way is east. So are we continuing to go east? So east or north? East or north? Chaotix has had a very consistent approach. East, 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 the system, the system, the system, 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 system. Do you guys know what I'm talking about with that, with Strong Bad? I wonder if I have this on here. Hang on a second, let's see if I do. Here we go. Think of the host time, though. Check out this drop.
This one is done.
I love this one. That is super awesome, Terry. Yeah, look at that, guys. That is super cool. I love that. The bubbles, the thing around the outside really makes it work with the swimming. I love that. That's super cool.
Okay, and now she gets her surfboard.
Okay, I love that system. All right, now the exactly. Now your surfboard with the sword. All right. So let's go back to Master of Orion, and then it looks like we're staying, and I agree with Conrad's assessment and Chaotix's assessment on this. So we're going to continue to go east. So east again. Okay, east. All right. Alright. Wait, what? I think I found the wrong... Oh, okay. I was looking at the wrong thing. I'm like, wait, what? What the flip? Okay, hold on. I'm very lost. Give me a second. I somehow lost my place, which is kind of a problem. I'm off from my map. Okay, so the save point was 208, right. Okay, so we took the speedboard, right. Okay, so 274. Went flat out. We were lucky, so that was 85. Okay. Then we went north. Okay, we were lucky. There. Then we basically went east a bunch of times. We went east to there. Then we went east again. 31. Okay, and then we did that.
The sword is the same as on the cover, right?
Yes.
Okay, awesome.
What's up, Dragon? Yeah, keep going east, exactly. Let's see. Alright, sorry guys, I got very lost, so just give me a second, because... Alright, there's that. Let's see. Sorry, I'll be with you guys in 1 second. I'm sorry, I cannot explain how lost I am. So that's this part. Chamber with blocked exit south, northeast, northwest. And then this. Looks like this. Alright, and then that makes sense with that. Wow, I got... I have, I've been lost before. But I don't think I've ever been this lost before.
What's wrong? Lost the page or what's wrong?
Yeah, I got lost. Well, I got lost in the page because we were in the void. I lost the page because where the... If you lose the page in the middle of this maze, you're screwed. That's basically what this comes down to, is me feeling like I'm screwed. Okay, sorry about that. All right, so we are heading east. So that means we are heading east over this way. So we're going to head east this way. hold on. Now we got that. And then I think I know where I am almost. And then that leads to this. Okay. We have this for this. Okay, got it. I think I got it. Good. Yes, here we are. Sorry about that. That was really confusing. Okay, I'm back. I know where we are. So, we're going east again. Lovely. All right, that's fine. Okay, so we're going this way. You are now in a chamber with a blocked exit east, but there are, with a blocked exit to the south, but there is another exit east or back to the west. The eastern exit slopes north and down, and you can see that water has flooded it. Occasionally, strange fanged fish break the surface and snap ferociously at one another. So in other words, west would be the direction we came from, or we can go up to the east-north. Basically, it curves east and then immediately goes north. And up this way is where we have the water that flooded it and the strange fanged fish. So are we going to go west where we came from? Are we going back, or are we going through it? So east again, like east-north? Yeah, we really do not either have time to go back. That is 100% accurate. Let's dice some fish. All right, so east. Anyone else jumping in? East? We doing the east and then going through the fish, or are we going back? You going on, or you going back? Oh, the request in chat was for you to do the death scene of Satara being crushed in the door. I don't... What? I mean, maybe.
I don't think that would be particularly PG.
Yeah, like, I mean, ugh.
I mean, I could do that, but...
This is what it would be like if the trash compactor didn't open. Okay, so are we headed east? We're continuing to head east, it sounds like. East-north? Okay. All right. So, let's do it. As you plow into the water, the creatures swarm all around you with their mouths open. So now what you need to do is you need to test your fear factor. So the way this works, Chaotix, is you're going to roll 2 dice, and you're going to compare it to your fear factor. And just like with luck, you're trying to get lower, equal to, or lower. So you're looking for 10 or less on 2 dice is what you're looking for here. We must not be frightened. All right, cool. All right. And fear, I believe, does not actually drop as you test it, just luck. So, all right, good stuff. All right, you were enveloped in a prehistoric... Oh, let's see. Actually, I have a picture for this. You were enveloped in the following. Here we go. You were enveloped in a prehistoric forest full of strange creatures as you emerge from the water. The ground is a swamp with snake-like creatures slithering through it. All the exits are hidden from you. This is no mere illusion, but a full-scale Grom reproduction. You make no headway on your speedboard, so you abandon it and start hacking through the undergrowth with the neutron sword. But it is impossible to tell the best way to go. Will you choose, and this one I am going to put a poll up for, heading A, heading B, or heading C? Heading A, heading B, or heading C? What is it going to be? Now, actually, well, I think that, well, I guess the notes might help. I was trying to decide if the notes help. I'm not sure if they do. Information overflow, can't decide. Yeah, it's a tough call, but we got to try to make a decision here. So, heading A, heading B, or heading C? I mean, my thought process is that, I mean, it's basically just a guess, but my thought process usually is to go with B, just because it seems like, I don't know, it seems like the sort of the middle-most choice of three otherwise neutral options. Also, B is one of the, there is no C listed in any of our notes, whereas there is an A and a B. You know, and the last thing that we get is a B. The last code that we got was a B. So I don't know, but I have no idea. All right, guys, so we got one vote for B. Anybody else? Or is everyone else similarly in sort of overload? Dragon Spear agrees with B. And Bebop is cool. Okay. Right. So you got both of those things going for it. By the way, for those of you who are new to the channel, welcome. My name is Arvin Elleron. This is a channel that is focused on story and narrative in games, and we are in the midst of a fighting fantasy gamebook playthrough with the extremely talented TariToons doing live illustrations. Get my goddamn cursor to show up. There we go. And is working on right now, on an awesome drawing of our main character, Sataro Shadowspace, who is making her way to try to rescue the president and thus the universe from domination by the Gromulans. So that is what we are doing. If you like what you see in here, please make sure to follow the channel. Please check out the Steam group, the YouTube, the Discord. Please support the Patreon if you can. And please consider subbing. September was extended, so we still have a couple more weeks where first-time subs get half off. So if you've always thought, I want to do this, or if you're here for the first time and you're like, wow, what does this guy do? The answer is I do a lot of this. I do a lot of Dungeons & Dragons. I do a lot of story-based games other than that. So if this seems cool to you and you want to join what I think is the best community on Twitch, then definitely consider jumping on board. Thank you, Dragon.
Though I guess in regards to winning the game by saving the president, or rather saving the universe, wouldn't be the opposite currently?
Currently, yes.
Appropriate.
But they wouldn't be, listen, if the current president had been captured, it would have taken them about 30 seconds to scan his brain, so I don't think it would be a lot different. They'd just be like, you know, you want to do this. He's like, yeah, you know, I think really I'm the best. They told me I was the best, and I just told them. I thought it was appropriate. They said they were Russian, and I just gave them everything they'd ever need. Yes, let's just make that clear, though, that if the Gromulans are out there and you wanted to help out, you know, feel free.
There's a president that needs capturing.
Yes, we got a president for you to capture. All right, it looks like we've got last call. All right, and heading B it is. All right. So you cut your way through the undergrowth. Once, when you happen to look up, you see a metal ladder going straight up. You climb this and find yourself in a tunnel going northwest. As you walk along, random and irregular parts of the floor open up and shut. From the flames and heat below, you realize that you'll have to watch your step. Okay, so here we go. Here we go. Alright, we're going to roll one die. And what I need you to do, Chaotix, is I need you to roll a die also for me. Okay. All right. So basically, a section opened up below you. Flames shot up. You jumped over to another section. So that's basically what happened there. So again, let's do this again. Now you roll again for me, Chaotix. So it's a little bit like jumping over open spaces as they open up here. I love sections like this, by the way. It's the most impractical mechanical thing you could do to set this up with just like flames and, you know, but... Okay, nice, because I just rolled a 4 before. Okay, and one last time. So again, you dodge. Yawn, politics, good luck, and then he leaves. Okay. I'm glad that you have the privilege not to have to worry about political circumstances, sir. As if it's disconnected from people's everyday lives. Anyway, have a nice life. 4 again, yes, and we rolled a 1. Okay, so you managed to dodge out of the way, very Dragon's Lair-like, and that is going to lead us to this. One more internal picture. Guess who it is, people? Okay. You come to a door which slides open as you approach, and there in front of you is the president. There are no guards, just a Grom scientist with his back to you. The president is still being brain scanned, so you know that he has yet to reveal the codes. You wrench the scanner off his head and the Grom turns around. He nearly faints with fright, but then he disappears from your sight using a personal illusoscope. You grab the president. He is unresponsive, so you have to carry him out. Reduce your stamina by 4 points to account for his burden. The chronograph shows you that there is a tall structure fairly close. You'll need to get on top of it for the rescue. The door you came through is now sealed, so you check the panels around the room for another exit. You find one that sounds hollow and you kick it in. It collapses and leads into a very old, dark tunnel full of 200-year-old rubbish. You carry the president through the tunnel and come to the bottom of a spiral staircase. Next to the stairs is a large, very old-fashioned elevator covered in ancient ads that mean nothing to you. You can now hear your pursuers. Do you try the elevator or go up the stairs? Alright, what's it going to be? Try the elevator or go up the stairs? Stairs are always reliable. Elevators are always death traps. Yeah, you know, I was wondering about that. I was exactly wondering that for that exact same reason. Okay. So, we're going to do a last call here. Do a last call. Last call. Whoops. Sorry about that. I just had to die there. That side. Alright, and now I can go back to Terry's awesome drawing. Alright. Alright, looks like people are interested in the stairs, not necessarily the elevator. Okay, sounds good, X5. Alright, so we're going to do that. So, you climb what seems to be an endless spiral of metal steps, but you can hear footsteps following you. You are caught by 2 guards in radiation suits, but because the stairs are so narrow, you fight them one at a time. You can fight them with the neutron sword since they do not use stun guns or blasters, but long spikes tipped with neuron splat. So you get to fight them one at a time. So here are the 2 guards that we're looking at here. So the first guard has got a skill of 8 and a stamina of 9. And the second guard has got a skill of 9 and a stamina of 10. So we've got an advantage over the first one, but we had best try to figure out a way to take them down because, yeah. And it points out that you're carrying a galactic president and should have reduced your stamina as directed, and we did, so that's good. Alright, Chaotix, so here we go, man. Let's see whether we can get this fight going right. Okay, 7, they get a 6. Good start. Down to 7 points. As you dodge left / right. Take them down like nobody's business. Ooh, is this old school, Master Ryan? Yeah, it's old school. Oh man, that's awesome. This is Master of Orion 2 soundtrack here. That's cool. 5 plus 6 is 11. That's the kind of roll I like to see. Get a 6. That does not get it done. He drops down to 5. Alright. So far, so good. You know, this might be one of the lower skills, if we manage to pull this off, that we've won with on these games, on these books. I mean, we might have won one with a skill of 9. I don't remember. But certainly not lower than that. A 4. However, he gets a 5. And therefore, you actually do hit him again. By the way, did anybody notice that we got to the president with 2 time segments left? 2 time units left? We got to the president literally at the last second, pretty much. 10. Alright, he gets a 5. Okay. He now looks very hurt. Sort of stumbling around, blood pouring. Yeah, if the timer doesn't reach 1. I should have just added that. I should have been like, deduct 1 time unit. Yeah. Last sequence equals just in style. And then you walk out with the president, like with him draped over your arms, you know, like in your arms as like the fire goes up behind you. 2 plus 3 equals 5, alright? He gets a 10. That time he fights back. Well, blam! Out of desperation, he strikes you back. Alright. 3 plus 5 equals 8. And he also gets an 8, which is not enough for him because you have a higher skill. Okay, the first one drops. So now he rushes forward. So, the good news is he's got a skill of 9, we have a skill of 10. But he has a stamina of 10, which is more than our stamina of 9. So, Chaotix will have to bring his A game here as we fight the second guard. Okay, 9. 6, good start. He's down to 8 stamina, all right? The advantage is ours at the moment. See how long that lasts. Seven, okay. 5, all right. He's down to 6 points. 6 points. As we continue to fight forward. Okay, that's another 7, I believe. They get a 5, all right. Down to 4 points. 4 points of stamina, 2 more hits. Let's make it a good one here. Seven. 3 7s in a row. A 5 again. Man, the second guard is not liking this narrow place. All right, one more hit. Eight. And this guy gets another 5. Oh my goodness. So that whole fight, we only got hit once. Nice work, Chaotix. We only got hit once. All right. If you win, and we did. You come up into a devastated landscape with a faint green tinge of radioactivity. You see the tower a short distance away. I should have put the save point before this, but that's okay. The chronograph emits the coded rescue signal when you reach the bottom of the structure. There is no one around, and you suspect that the very high radioactivity is responsible. The tower is just a block of concrete with a ladder on the side. You will need all your strength to climb it with the president on your shoulder. Throw 2 dice. This is the strength factor which is needed to get to the top. If this is greater than your stamina score, and it was not, then you collapse halfway up the ladder and both of you fall to your deaths. If you make it to the top, and you did, that was the strength factor required, which is why I rolled that. Alright, so, you reach the top and stand at the highest point. The chronograph is now emitting a visual signal, and actually I think I can now get rid of my map here. Can now get rid of my signal. Okay. And the chronograph is now emitting... Are you not entertained? Is now emitting a visual signal. You see the rescue craft, and I'll show you exactly what it looks like. You see the rescue craft coming at catch-net height, and you brace yourself. You are both caught in a plastinet. You are pulled in and greeted by a space cruiser commander. The president is taken to his security quarters. You are left standing around. Suddenly, the first lieutenant whistles in amazement. What in the galaxy is that? You look at the vid screen. A winged, fire-breathing creature with huge talons is chasing you. The lieutenant waits for your advice. You reply that it might be another Grom illusion, but something makes you wonder if they would let you go this easily. Will you advise him to ignore the dragon, or will you fire a missile at it directly? Will you fire a missile at it straight away, it says. Alright, what's it gonna be? Well, this may not be a dragon. This may be, you know, fire everything! Exactly, yeah. That's one of my favorite parts of that movie. Don't trust the Groms. Fire a missile! Fire missiles! Of course Dragon Spear votes for number 1. Of course you do. Of course. Of course. I would expect nothing less. All right. Let me last call this up here. Last call, last call. Going once. Going twice. All right. Poll is closed. So you're going to fire a missile. You are wise not to trust the Groms. Your missile hits the dragon and causes a mega explosion. It literally says mega explosion. The creature was a missile with an illusoscope on board. The rescue craft speeds off to the mothership and the fleet. You have succeeded in your mission. The President, his information, and the galaxy itself is safe. The Galactic President grants you an Iridium Amex credit card. You will not have to go through the dangers and loneliness of the rogue tracer lifestyle ever again. Well, at least until you are needed for another special mission in the wake of the Gromulans' quest for revenge. Oh yeah. Success, people. We have been successful. I gotta find me some. There is the music. The power compels you. Not this stupid ad. Oh my god. Why do I have to have an ad? No ads. No ads. Hurry up. Get through the stupid ad. Get through the stupid ad. Is it like a black card? I like that you get an Amex. Like this is all branding, right? Here we go. That's what I'm talking about. Good job, people. Star Strider complete. You have successfully defeated this guy. And you've also successfully defeated the Gromulans.
Universe is safe.
The universe is safe. But for how long? No, the universe is safe. The universe is absolutely safe. Very cool stuff, guys. Very cool stuff, guys.
How many times did we die? Twice, I think?
We died, let's see. I'm not sure if we died twice or once. Let me see.
Well, we died once today, but I think we died once in the very beginning.
I don't know. I don't know that we died with her. Maybe, well, I mean, I have just one death listed here, which was from the save from previous. I mean, rather, that was taking into account the save previous. We had no deaths, and I just added one today, so I think we may have only had one. I mean, maybe we had two, but either one or two. So Satara was actually one of our most, durable heroes, I would say, for sure. And that's sort of logical because, you could just tell by the look that she's got that quality going on. So good job.
Well, I mean,
guys.
unlike our previous hero, oh god, what was his name again? The Roman one.
Oh,
I remember his name.
Caius Erebos, right?
Yes, exactly. Unlike him, she's actually wearing like something armor-ish.
Right.
While he's just running around in a mini dress.
That's exactly right. That's exactly right. She actually had the armor, and yeah, this was an interesting one. That one, having the map there. The maze at the end is a little confusing in terms of how it's laid out and stuff like that. But in general, 20,000 gold, 10,000 experience, tissue. Yes, exactly. Exactly. So that came out pretty well. So nice work. Star Strider is complete. And actually, let me see what the other one is that we have next time. We've got.
Please be something with superheroes. Please be something with superheroes.
It's not superheroes. It's not superheroes.
Aww.
You'll get to work on. He says archly on tentacles though.
Oh god.
Because the next one is Phantoms of Fear. So,
a horror thingy, yes.
And it says what it is you may be a wood elf, but the gods have chosen you to take on Ishtra and his gathering army of evil, chaotic creatures. As a demon prince, Ishtra cannot be overpowered by weapons made by any earthly race. So what can you do against him? Perhaps your powerful art of dream control will give you important advantages and let you cast spells at vital moments in your adventure.
Ooh, we are going to be an elf, yes.
So you're going to be an elf. And actually, some of the drawings here, wow. This looks different. Here, Terry, I don't know if you can see. I'm just putting it up here to take a look at quickly. But I just put it up in the cam. You see that?
Well, I have to wait for the stream
I know.
to
Yeah,
catch
delay.
up.
Yeah. Delay. It's like a different design, I think, than some of the previous ones were.
Wow, my stream is really delayed here. Just gonna refresh.
I am a drawing.
Ah, okay, I see. Very
It's kind of like
sketchy.
yeah, but it's
lots of motion and stuff.
yeah. There's a lot
Nice.
exactly. Yeah, there's a lot of detail. Here's one more. I don't want to give away these pictures. Obviously, I have no idea what any of these things are. But there's the other one. I'm just y'all wait for the you'll see the delay catches up. But that's another one right there. And yeah, when you see it, you'll see what I mean. So there's like some different drawings. Yeah, so that'll be kind of interesting. It's also a bigger book. So yes, I do know the old Lone Wolf book series very well. In fact, where is it? Not only do I know it, but I have two of these. I have got this one, Flight from the Dark, and then I've got this one, Fire on the Water. There's kind of a confused structure or I should say publication history, really, to these books in terms of who published them when and at what times. So this ended up being published by Mongoose Publishing, and then other people picked up other stuff he has. And actually, they have all of the games are available. All of the books are available through this free online thing that you could do. It's not. He gave permission for this. It's like a Creative Commons type of thing. And I actually met Joe Deaver. I met him at Gen Con a couple of years ago and had talked to him about the possibility of maybe coming on stream to, talk about Lone Wolf and to do it. But he, politely turned me down, and then he passed away like a year later. So we never actually got him on here, but he was a very big influence on a lot of people who did the game book kind of thing. So yeah, I do indeed know it very well. But yeah, and yes, the continuation is nice. That's true. That is a good point. Like, one of the things about these books is that there's always something different. Whereas the Lone Wolf, you sort of take a character and then you kind of build him up over time. It's interesting. I'm wondering how viable these things are. I mean, it'd be kind of a different structure to these things. The books are hard also. They're definitely hard, so I don't know. That's interesting. That's an interesting thought. Terry, since you're on this journey with me on these things, what do you think about the prospect of I was about to say I'm not taking a break with them because I love the variety of these books, so I'm enjoying each one of these books. But what do you think about doing like a couple of the Lone Wolf books? I don't know if you're familiar with them at all or if you know anything about them.
I am not at all familiar
okay.
with those.
It's kind of like it's sort of much more Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon. Like, you're actually a monk who fights with and you choose Kai disciplines, which are kind of like Sixth Sense or basically energy fireball type of things, like that sort of thing, like magic monk in the temple sort of deal.
I would absolutely be down for that. Drawing monks is the best thing ever.
Yeah, and
anything like martial arts based drawing is always so much fun to do.
And you have weapons too. But it's the weapons are fairly standard, like Warhammer, sword, axe. But you literally begin in a monastery, and you have the Kai discipline of whatever, the Kai discipline of tracking, the Kai discipline of this, that, and the other. So, yeah, that's interesting. So you would be down for that theoretically.
Yes, absolutely.
So, chat, what do you guys think? I'm curious. Would chat be interested in doing? I wasn't planning on doing this, but was like this early. But would chat be interested in going down the lone wolf route? Because one of the benefits of it is that you actually, as you go through different adventures in the Lone Wolf series, you actually basically level up. So like you start out as a novice and you have one Kai discipline, but then as you complete an adventure, you go up to level 2 and you get another Kai discipline. And you sort of go like that. And the Kai disciplines are like Mind Shield, which allow you to protect yourself from psychological damage, hunting, so you never starve in the wild, healing, obviously it's self-explanatory, animal kinship, so you can communicate with animals, mind over matter, it's basically telekinesis, so camouflage. So there's different, yeah, I could see that as a possibility. It's actually with a full character sheet. Yeah, I know. I've seen those. So Chaotix would be in favor of it. What do the rest of you guys think? What do my people think? Would you guys be up for changing it up and doing some Lone Wolf instead? Not instead forever, because we will not abandon fighting fantasy. For one thing, I've got what do we have here? I've got 3 more books that I've bought, and then another 10 to 15 books on top of that exist in the world that are fighting fantasy. So,
I mean, in regards to like choose your own adventure books in general, I would be very partial to at one point doing like a Dark Eye based choose your own adventure book. Well, I mean, it's called a solo adventure basically. I mean, the Dark Eye is this German pen and paper system.
Sure. Mm-hmm.
And I remember playing one as a kid, which always kind of stuck with me. I think it would translate to something like the ship in the bottle, and
Mm-hmm.
you find like a magic ship in a bottle and have to do stuff with that one. But I have no idea if these were ever translated into English. So, yeah.
So did they have? Let's see. Oh wow, this is interesting. I'm sorry, I'm just reading about the details of this. The Cubicle 7, which does the Lone Wolf like role-playing series, and of course they sponsor us for the Adventures of Middle-earth campaign. They had announced in late 2015 they were going to publish the entire series of Lone Wolf game books, and then they backed off on doing that. And then Joe Deaver announced he was going to publish the remaining Lone Wolf books himself, and he finally published the last of the books that he had after he passed away, as I said, last year. So anyway, yeah, the Dark Eye thing is there English translations for that?
I kind of doubt it. I can do some digging, but I know that just like last year or so, they started to translate the main rule books,
Mm-hmm.
like 30 years after the game was initially published.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I doubt it, but I'll check.
Okay.
I check.
I certainly am not opposed to trying something like that out. It would just be a matter of whether we could do it based on, whether I'd be able to read, because your English is 6 quadrillion times better than my German, so that's which is really not even fair to quadrillion. It's more than that. But yeah, yeah, I'd certainly be interested in that. Yeah, I do know a little bit about the Dark Eye. I feel like there were a bunch of there's some video games too that came out from Dark Eye, but I've never played any of them. I've just heard about them. So
well, there is the Nordlande trilogy, which is like this kind of Viking inspired thing, which is like 1 billion years old. I think this is like Gold Box era.
Oh, nice.
And this one got a remake a few years ago, which was kind of not so well received. And then there was the Drakensang series. I think there were like 2 games and like 2 add-ons or something.
Okay.
Which is like, I think you can most compare it to Neverwinter Nights 2.
Oh, okay. Well, that's a good comparison.
And then there are 2 very, very good point-and-click adventures, actually. Well, I mean, the second one is amazing. The first one is like kind of basic as far as point-and-click adventures go.
Huh.
But yeah, the second one is absolutely awesome, and you need to play that one at some point. Memoria is the name.
You should totally. That sounds like a game that would be well suited for a nomination for the Chat Chosen Game of the Month.
Yeah, but well, I think the thing is that it's like relatively long, so and like a lot of story and
Oh, I see.
stuff like that. And well, the Game of the Month is like always. How many sessions do you play that? Like 1 or 2 sessions?
Yeah, well, it depends. For some of them, I play one session, but then I come back to it. I did that for Sam and Max Hit the Road. I played one session, then I came back and finished it. I think Indiana Jones and the Fate of Atlantis was the same thing. I'm going to be doing that with West of Loathing because I really like that. So I'm going to come back and do that game. So some of them I do come back to.
Well, but I also wanted you to play a Loom.
Right. So you got to make a choice. Now, am I going to now be honest, am I going to like Loom more than I did Grim Fandango, which I didn't love?
Why didn't you love Grim Fandango? That's a big question there.
Because so frustrating adventure game logic sometimes. Like with things that I was like, I knew that, but I was 10 times ahead of where the game was, and I'm like, oh god, I have to go do that.
That's not at all the case with Loom, because Loom is has like a completely different puzzle system. Like all the puzzles are music based.
Oh,
and you have to remember, like you have different spells, and you have to write down which music notes to play to cast a different spell.
Oh,
and all the puzzles are based around that, so it's a very, very different game.
Okay, that's cool. It's like Ocarina of Time.
Yes.
Well, I know Grows would be pumped up about it. Yeah. Well, I mean, hell yeah, that's okay. Good. I mean, I would be happy to try it anyway. It's not like a horror game that I would reject immediately. Am I considering dropping Grim Fandango? I gotta be honest, X5. I didn't like Grim Fandango that much. I loved the humor, and I liked the art style, but I found the gameplay to be really kind of tedious. Because I don't like the equivalent of pixel hunting, or not even pixel hunting, busy work. Like it felt like some of it was busy work. Like go this, yes, go here, go talk to the guy. It's not an enjoyable, I'm figuring this out to make this. Like Fate of Atlantis, I found was a lot of sort of mixing things around. I found the same thing even about Sam and Max. But Grim Fandango I found to be kind of very, I don't know, something was kind of it was kind of frustrating to me because I felt there were parts of it that I'm like, oh, come on. Like, why would I ever know? There was one thing in particular, and I don't remember what it was, where I was just like, there is no way I would ever have thought of that ever. And I don't think that's because I was being dumb about it. I just think it's this really obscure thing that, like, why would I ever, and I just, that's irritating to me because then it just basically feels like it's sort of like when a professor asks a question in a class, teacher asks a question in a class, and they're sort of like blah 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 blah, and it's not like an open and shut thing. It's not like a 2 + 2 is 4. It's asking you a question of interpretation, and then people are asking, like, responding, and the person's like, well, I was thinking of something else. Well, and then all of a sudden it's like you're playing whack-a-mole, and you're just playing, like, find the answer that the professor wants. That is not a fun game. Like, a fun game is where you're actually able to work out through your own brain what makes kind of a logical, set of circumstances. And so, again, as I say, I like the music. I like the premise. I like the art of it. So I liked a lot of it, but the gameplay does not grab me, I'm afraid. Sorry. I wish, but
yeah,
not so
Loom
much.
is not like that, not at all.
Okay, cool.
I mean, I think there were like some like really difficult puzzles in there.
That's okay. I mean, I don't mind
like
that.
Mostly, yeah, but like you don't have any items you have to combine. Like mostly it's really just like after you like figure it out, just like, duh, how did I not think of this first?
Right. Yeah, that's fine. That kind of thing I don't mind at all. Myst has these obscure, like, wait, what the flip, type of things at times. So yeah. And then there's some others, like I know that I think Retrograde Tom has played through some of the Atlantis games, which I've never played. But the Atlantis games apparently had some of this very obscure, like, well, obviously you turn the shell and put it on the rock and then dance like a flamenco dancer on the back of a horse that you then eat a sandwich. Like, I mean, the whole, like, what? Like, it just doesn't, none of it's coherent. And so there's a little bit of...
Did you ever play the first Discworld point-and-click adventure?
No, I did not.
Okay,
was that obscure? Was that obscure?
Those
well, I mean, listen, make it
legendarily
bad, yeah.
You cannot figure these puzzles out without a walkthrough thingy.
But it's Terry Pratchett. That shouldn't surprise anybody. Pratchett's awesome, but I can't imagine making a puzzle game based on... He was probably joking around even with the game,
Yes, definitely. But like from a game design perspective, it's
Not so
a
much, huh?
nightmare.
Okay, gotcha. I believe it. It does not surprise me. Actually, my daughter has been is really into Pratchett of late. She read like 2 or 3 of his books, and I'm just of his now the collections of short stories that were keyed to a younger age group. But still, I mean, she's 9, and so that's not bad to be starting to read it. And obviously, I couldn't be more pleased than having her read someone who has the quality of wordsmithing as someone like Pratchett does. So
Yeah, I started around at that age.
Yeah.
So
I'm happy to have it. Yeah, I was a little bit earlier, but I was reading, but I was also weird, and I was having, my English professor father was reading me the Epic of Gilgamesh and stuff, and random like far things that I didn't understand most of the time, so I was not sort of the standard in that regard. But yeah, she's been reading a lot of stuff. She read, and she has a lot of combinations. Some of them are more sort of like scholastic, quote, age appropriate, and then some ones are more challenging. And I read her stuff that's like, I read her Watership Down about when she was 7, which was it was a touch over. It worked, but it was a bit of a stretch because it was.
Well, I saw the movie when I was 4.
That is a mistake. That is a mistake. That movie is terrifying.
All
when you're that
animated movies are for children, as we all know.
Oh God, when the rabbits from the burrow. Oh God, and they're getting.
I don't know. It didn't really affect me. Like, I think I was mostly bored because
when they got poisoned in the burrow.
Well, I mean, the problem is with a lot of like adult-themed like movies. When you watch them as a kid, most of the time, like even though adults would go like, "Oh no, kids should see that," but most children don't even get what's happening.
I gotcha.
So
yeah. I gotcha.
Just I probably just ended up being bored. So.
Yep. Yeah, I can definitely see that.
Also, I mean, like my father was like a ranger, so like. The entire living room was full of like animal skulls.
Oh,
so
that's funny.
Yeah, it's
That's a little different then. That is a little different. Thank you for the follow, Cheese Life. Welcome to the Arvanauts. Cheese Life. So anyway, yeah, that's a good call though, Chaotix. I may try I may do a little bit of that lone wolf action. I may try that, but yeah, we finished book 27, Star Strider. Man, so we have done so far, if you count the 4 sorcery books, which I think are the best game books ever made, and if you add in the 3 books that we did in the middle, which were the Greek adventure, the classical, Greek and Roman adventure type stuff, that means that's 7 books. So we have done now 34 game books on this channel. Which is not what I thought we were going to do when we got started with this some years back, and I did it as, quote, an experiment.
Well, this one worked out well.
Yeah, it did for sure. It was cool. And you were sort of you were like, man, more robots, but it worked out. Your robots were great. A lot of these drawings were very memorable.
Thank you. Yeah, at one point we have to do something with superheroes, or I'm gonna be.
Yes. Well, we have. See, I did the appointment with Fear thing already, the FEAR, which is the superhero one. The ones after this one that I have here are Midnight Rogue and Chasms of Malice. Those are the next 2 ones after this. And neither one of those, I believe, are the superhero type.
Okay.
But I wonder if looking at the superhero list. Does anyone know any superhero choose your own adventure while I'm looking at these? Fighting fantasy.
I mean, the dream would be, of course, to do something that is like officially DC based, but I doubt something like that exists.
Not sure. Yeah. Let's see. We got Battle Blade Warrior by Mark Gascoigne, who is now one of the main higher ups at Angry Robot Publishing, which publishes fantasy things. That's actually number 31. And then we've got Skylord, Daggers of Darkness, Armies of Death, Portal of Evil, Vault of the Vampire, Fangs of Fury. Let's see, Crimson Tide, Moonrunner, Return to Firetop Mountain, blah, 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 blah. Curse of the Mummy. And then the new one, which he is releasing. What's the new? There's a new fighting fantasy one. There we go. The Port of Peril. Which is
pirate based.
The Port of Peril, which just came out from, which was just published this year, because Scholastic picked up the line. So, and Livingstone wrote a new one.
I can do pirates. That's pirates, right?
Yep, that's
Or
Pirates.
sailors.
I
Yes,
hope so.
Pirates are good.
Yep, it came out in August 3rd.
Arr.
Brand new addition to the multi-million copy fighting series. You, the hero, must travel all over Lanzia, from old haunts Darkwood Forest to Port Blacksand on a dangerous quest. What starts as a
Port
treasure
Blacksand.
hunt.
I remember that one. Where was that?
That was City of Thieves, which was book 5,
yes.
I believe. Soon takes a darker turn with the potential return of the most terrifying foe of the original books, Zanbar Bone, on the increasingly dark horizon. Let's see. Only one customer review. Only one customer review. I'm surprised. I mean, it's selling well. 236,727 in books, and it's been out for 2 months. So that's a good sign. It's selling well, but... And they have a hardcover edition. Oh, wow. The hardcover edition, which is they have one used for $72, and then the paperback are all $8. So, very, very cool.
So,
That's
to
neat.
get
Okay,
back
cool.
to Terry Pratchett, so which books did your daughter read? I'm curious.
She read, let me find the titles. She read the Dragon short story collection, or the Dragons in the title. Pratchett. Short story collection, all right. Let's see. Not a blink of the screen. All right, Terry Pratchett. Let's take a look at Terry Pratchett's works.
There's a lot of those.
Yes, that's true. Oh, they have a brand new Discworld graphic novel called Small Gods coming out. Or I think either came out or coming out.
Wait. I mostly just know the German titles. Is that the one with the god that gets turned into a turtle?
Yeah, it says Small Gods, so I'm guessing so. I don't know because I have not read it. Small Gods.
Because I did actually read that one like 10 years ago or so. The novel.
No, well, then let's see. Yes. That's exactly what it is. Yep, I just looked it up. Yep, that's what that one is. So we've got the let's see, for the book list. So one of the ones that she read was The Witch's Vacuum Cleaner. She read that one.
Okay, don't know that one.
And then the other one is... All right, let's see, Terry.
Like the very first one I read was
Dragons at Crumbling Castle. That's the other one. Dragons at Crumbling Castle and Witch's Vacuum Cleaner.
the very first one I read, I think, was the one with where the girl joins the army undercover, like she dressed up as a boy.
Okay.
I don't know the English title. I haven't read any of these in English, and everybody goes, no, you need to read them in English. They're so much better than the translation.
Yeah, they are. Well, it's just because of his like wonderful facility with English that makes it, that way. Like
yeah, but on the other hand, I think I probably will not get most of the jokes in that case. So
maybe not, but well, that's yeah. I mean, maybe not, but it's more sort of like his. I don't know. He plays with a language. I mean, it depends. Like, obviously, my father was a translator, so I admire translation, but it is enormously difficult to do it in a way that carries across, the poetic feeling of something. So
I'm aware.
Like
at this point, like most. I mean, I rarely actually write comic strips or cartoons, but sometimes I bother to actually translate them into German.
Mm-hmm.
So that my German fans can read them, but then I'm always have to put in the comments, it doesn't really work well in German.
This is a lot better in English. Yeah. That's funny. All right. Well, so we have hit the time. How do you think you have? Should I? Oh, that's my son. I was like, what does that sound? No, my son all of a sudden was like, bah! Outside. I'm like, what is that? And it was my son. So how much time do you think you will need for wrapping this up?
Oh God, this is gonna take some more.
Gonna take a while?
We can. Yeah, I can. Finish
The reason
that
is
on
because
my
we
own.
just hit 3:00, so probably
Yeah, you have to go, right?
I should probably, yeah, but I want you to go through the other ones if you can, and then maybe you'll
yeah,
post
I
this
can
on
do
Twitter.
that.
So let's do that. Let's go through the ones that we did, these drawings from the extremely talented TariToons, and then I want to see. I'm looking forward to seeing this final one. Will be a good kind of finish for this.
Yeah, we'll put that one on Twitter and stuff.
I
So
love this one.
you guys-
This is cool. But I also really like the swimming one today.
Okay, so for warm up, I just did 2 office robots enjoying their morning coffee.
This is what happens in the world of Star Strider.
Yes.
I like the ties.
And then, yeah.
The swimming one. I love that.
Swimming.
That's so cool.
Thank you.
Super,
Different
super
than
cool.
The usual stuff.
Yep.
And yeah, and then this one.
And then this one, which is going to be pretty slick. So there were actually we ended up with a good, I guess, 6 drawings, 5, 6 drawings, maybe?
I think like 3 drawings per stream. Like the problem is compared to the first one, where I drew for Crypt of the Necromancer.
Right.
Is that for one, Sitara's outfit is way more complicated
Yeah.
to draw, so it takes much longer, and overall, like more like not necessarily like machinery stuff, but I like also tried to do more backgrounds and stuff like that.
Right.
So
Right.
yeah,
Right.
I'm a bit out of my element, but so not as many drawings as before.
Still, though, I mean, they were.
I hope it was still satisfying.
It definitely was. I mean, I think. I mean, I hope that chat liked it as much as I did. But I think there was very, the pictures of the. A lot of them were as memorable, as one. I mean, or more memorable even sometimes than the Crypt of the Necromancer ones, like the battle with the bull and these other ones. So so there was quality, even if the quantity wasn't as much, this time around. So it was good stuff. So, but I should probably rise up on out of here because at the top of the hour, I am playing D&D with the GOG stream team over at GOG.com's Twitch channel. So we got some Storm King's Thunder going on over there. So hopefully you guys will join along with me. But I do want to remind everybody about the ways to support the stream. To remember, please, to check out the Steam group, the YouTube, the Discord. Please remember to support the channel if you can through the Patreon with !Arftreon and by subbing to the channel if you can. It's still September. They extended it into October. So we've still got the first-time subs get half off. It's half off for first-time subs. So please consider doing that if you can. And otherwise, this has been, thank you, X5, but otherwise, this has been a lot of fun, as always, and Terry will be back with us for the Fighting Fantasy stuff next month, although she's also going to be with us for Tolkien and the Adventures of Middle-earth campaign, so she'll be there as well.
I have
for that
to
stuff.
make an announcement, though. I will be moving in the next few weeks.
Okay.
I don't know the exact date yet, so I don't know exactly when I can be back and stuff.
Okay.
Because I don't know when my internet in my new apartment will be set up and when I actually can move. Like officially, I get the apartment on like November 1st.
Okay.
But yeah, I can't really super plan ahead, but I will definitely be around for the next
For the Tolkien
Adventures in
ones,
Middle
anyway.
Earth
Gotcha.
session. Yes.
Yeah, so you now
from then
have...
I have to see like on a week per week basis.
Gotcha. Yep, of course.
Yeah.
And so but you found a place that you like, though.
Yes.
Okay.
Finally.
As you said, it's a Christmas miracle. I saw you said in Discord.
It truly was.
No, that's awesome. I'm very happy for you. That's great. And this was great as always, Terry. So thank you very much. Is there any shows that anyone needs to know about that you're doing soon, or things like that?
No, aside from Tolkien.
Aside from the
D&D.
Tolkien things.
Yeah.
All right. Well, cool. I am looking forward to that very much. And
Yes, me
this is
too.
going to be a good time. And thank you again for wonderful drawings and such. And
very
we
much
will
for having me.
reconvene on that next month, maybe with some Lone Wolf monk stuff. That we might do. So we will see about that. But thank you, Terry, as always.
Thanks for having me. Goodbye.
Thank you very much. Bye, chat. Say goodbye. And there we go. All right, that was good times, folks. I enjoyed that very much. Terry always does a great job with these things, and I hope you guys enjoyed it as much as I did, because it's one of those things that I mean I've done these for a long time before Terry and I started doing. This is only the second book that she's done, which I couldn't believe when I first saw that. But it's one of those things that's really like. it really has like just improved even what we were doing before to a great degree. And I really have been surprised. I thought it was going to be a cool experiment and a cool thing to try, and that it was going to be something that was actually going to be fun, but I didn't know it was going to be as fun as it has been, or that it was going to work as well as it has. So, you know, it's one of those things that I'm just glad that we got it to work properly. So it has been a good time. So D&D on GOG, any VIP, gotta love the PNP. Hell yeah. That's exactly right, Helmus. So, but thank you guys all so much. It was a pleasure to have you on board and to complete our book number 27. If you guys like what you saw and heard, please make sure to follow the stream. Please support it with subscriptions. Why are my glasses off sync? That always drives me up a wall. That's more like it, I think. Better. Good. But it's always a pleasure to have everyone on board. Please support all the things: Steam Group, YouTube, Discord. Please check out the Arvtreon Patreon right there, ! Arvtreon for that. And of course, check that thing above the video window if you haven't done so already, to click on that for the sub button, because that would be lovely as well. I also do want to mention, I wanted to save this to the end, but I wanted to mention that of course our thoughts continue to be with the people who have suffered from the 3 hurricanes, including the hurricane that really has devastated Puerto Rico. But also today my heart as well goes out to the people who were victims of, in the United States here, this horrific, senseless, horrible tragedy, this mass shooting, which is the most deadly mass shooting in U.S. history. I'm really tired of having to say this is the most deadly U.S. shooting, because we keep having more of them. It is the 273rd mass shooting out of 275 days. There's something very, very wrong with that. And until we get serious about gun control in this country, and until we get serious about actually restricting the weapons of mass destruction that make it possible for a guy to shoot into a crowd of 30,000 people from the 32nd floor of a hotel window, until we start doing that, this is just going to continue to happen. So I was very saddened to hear that news. I think it is past time for action. But at the moment, of course, I'm also thinking about the victims and their families. So our thoughts and prayers go out to them, but it's not enough just to do thoughts and prayers. Also, action has to go out. And that's the next step that we all have to sort of take on for those of us living in the USA. For those of you not living in the USA, you have more sensible gun laws than we do, almost certainly. So I'm very glad about that. So with that said, I am going to sign off now. No raid today because I'm getting over to GOG Twitch's channel. So I'm going to go over and do that. But I hope you guys enjoyed what you saw and heard. Thanks so much to TariToons for doing a great job. And thank you all for being here with me today. Small but enthusiastic turnout. Thank you to Dragon Spear. Thank you to Chaotix, X5, Hillness Nonstop, and Zergi. All of those people I just mentioned are subscribers. And I see Esterma just popped in. So thanks, Esterma, as well. Yeah. What is this thing with the onion? Yes. I actually retweeted that. I retweeted that onion article as Termer. Oh God, that was the best. So good. Anyway, but thank you so much. Thank you to Big Boss, Commander Dunsel, Ekag, Fagwin, Jagtress, Pikadee Fan, Poltergeist Zero. Thank you to the One Batman, TNS Mephiston, Vacan, and ZZ342101. And most of all, thank you to TariToons for her wonderful work with these illustrations. Pleasure to have her on board. And of course, you guys will see her again with the Adventures of Middle-earth. My new calendar, new schedule is up, so you'll be able to see a lot of that. And I'm confirming all of these things, plus maybe a surprise or two over the next few days. So be on the lookout for that. But that's going to do it for me. I'll see you guys in about 50 minutes over at GOG. Until then, thanks everybody. And Star Strider number 27, book 27 is complete. That's it for me. Love you all. The best viewers on Twitch, and I'll see you over there in about 50 minutes or so at GOG. Until then, everyone be good to each other. Have a good one.
knew when it all seemed clear to you, when your aim was straight and true. Well, your mind untroubled by the questions in the dark, content to play your part, open pathways to your heart. Well, your life untainted by a host of broken dreams, when all your acts were queens, understood all that it means. Could you have understood the way your life was bound? Did you ever wonder how you got from there to now? Oh, yes, you're gonna fly away from here when the sky grows more clear and your problems disappear. Drift away down below, watch them go down to your friends where the trouble never ends, and there's always just one more day left to go. Go on and search now through your pile of broken lies, and your set of fake goodbyes, another cynical disguise. When will they catch you? All those little things you said, will it turn around instead? Blame the voices in your head. With all your subtle language, try and turn your life around. If your center gets unwound, you do your best to slow things down. And if you feel things that you never felt